American Beauty kind of has grabbed both the public's attention, but also the hard-bitten critics are saying, best thing to happen in 20 years.
The fact that this movie has turned out to be as cinematic as it was, to have been embraced as it has, bodes well for the industry. Maybe they'll make more movies like it if it does make money.
For the movie to be good and for people to like it, it's just so wonderful.
Life is so fast and hectic and filled with distraction. You have to sort of teach yourself to be still and be quiet and allow yourself to look for what I call beauty.
It's the weirdest thing. I feel like I've been in a coma for about 20 years, and I'm just now waking up. Spectacular.
I started writing it as a play several years ago, but the idea always rattled around in my brain.
My name is Lester Burnham. I'm 42 years old. In less than a year, I'll be dead. Of course, I don't know that yet. And in a way, I'm dead already.
The movie is about how we have preconceived notions about things, and then there's usually a lot more going on.
That's my wife, Carolyn, and my daughter, Jane.
It was the best screenplay that either one of us had ever read. It was so incredibly funny on one hand, yet also quite moving on the other hand.
The script came into us, and Dan and I looked at each other and we said, you know, wow, I wonder if there will be studios out there who would be brave enough to buy the script. Our hypothesis was that if there was a studio that would want to make this movie, it would be Dreamworks.
When Spielberg had come out and stopped and talked with us on that first day, he said, the script's great, make it right away, don't change a thing. We were going to need a director who would attract great actors and would be the ultimate actor's director. It really felt like all roads were pointing to Sam.
It was unlike anything I'd ever read before, and you can't say that about many scripts, and we can't say that about much writing at all.
Jane, honey, are you trying to look unattractive?
Yes.
Congratulations, you've succeeded admirably. Lester, could you make me a little later, please? Because I'm not quite late enough.
When Sam came on as director and I met with him, he said, well, you know, who do you see in these roles? And I went, I don't know. And he said, well, my first choices are Kevin Spacey and Annette Bening. And I kind of went, okay, yeah, they're good, get them.
When I read the script, I immediately felt that I was on familiar ground, and everything that was happening was familiar to me.
My husband, Lester.
It's a pleasure. Oh, we've met before, actually. This thing last year, or the thing Christmas at the Sheraton.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I wouldn't remember me either. I was struck by how real it felt in terms of the way it depicted the relationship. Because it was honest, that was one of the reasons why it was so funny.
Hi, remember Angela? Yes, of course. I forgot to tell you, she's gonna spend the night. Is that okay?
It's very funny. It's also one of those scripts where you can see a little bit of a lot of people that you know in it, a lot of family people that you know, possibly in your own family.
Mom, do we always have to listen to this elevator music?
No. No, we don't. And as soon as you've prepared a nutritious yet savory meal that I'm about to eat, you can listen to whatever you like.
It touches on very controversial issues, but oddly enough, I don't think it's very far removed from what happens in suburbia.
So, Janie, how was school?
It was okay.
Just okay?
No, Dad. It was spectacular.
It's as odd and quirky as life is. I mean, all you have to do is read the paper and see how odd life is in America.
Well, you want to know how things went at my job today? They've hired this efficiency expert, this really friendly guy named Brad. How perfect is that? And he's basically there to make it seem like they're justified in firing somebody because they couldn't just come right out and say that, could they? No, that would just be too honest. And so they've asked us. You couldn't possibly care less, could you?
Well, what do you expect? You can't all of a sudden be my best friend just because you had a bad day. I mean, hello. You've barely even spoken to me for months.
I think the movie is about people who are searching for meaning in their lives. And we're all doing that every day, but rarely do you see a movie about that.
The script was very, very compelling, and when Sam got hold of it, though, he took it to a whole other level, because Sam became very involved in the further realization of Alan Ball's, dream.
Call me irresponsible.
I marvel that you can be so contemptuous of me on the same day that you lose your job.
I didn't lose it. It's not like, whoops, where'd my job go? I quit. Someone passed the asparagus.
Oh, don't give a second thought as to who's going to pay the mortgage. We'll just leave it all up to Carolyn. You mean you're going to take care of everything now, Carolyn? Yes, I don't mind. I really don't. You mean everything? You don't mind having the sole responsibility? Your husband feels he can just quit his job and you don't...
Will someone
who's gonna pay
please
the back
pass
bill?
me the
I'm
asparagus?
not going to be a part of this.
Shut up!
Rainbows I'm inclined to pursue. Call me irresponsible. Yes, I'm unreliable, but it's undeniably true.
I am sick and tired of being treated like I don't exist. You two do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, and I don't complain. Now, all I want
Oh,
is
you
the
don't
same...
complain? Oh, please, excuse me. I must be psychotic then. If you don't complain, what is this? Yeah, let's bring in the laugh meter and see how loud it gets on that one. You don't complain.
We had 2 weeks rehearsal, which for many is a luxury now, and I thought was a necessity, but I would, coming from the theatre.
It's a very bonding experience for everyone. We all got to know each other and everybody sort of becomes a family. Very good, honey.
We hear now from the cast that they all look back on that 2-week rehearsal period as the time where the movie sort of was hatched.
Hey, at least I didn't fake it, hacked, so what? I didn't make it.
It was just a great sense of standing on the same side of the fence, looking in the same direction.
You guys can lean back in the rows, you can lean forward in the rows. Do whatever you would normally do, okay?
Well, don't do that. Don't do that.
It has been really a joyful experience, just because of everyone involved and everyone's doing it because they love the script.